What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight Australia season 10 episode 30 and 31. If it's not 30 and 31, the title will make it clear. Guys, it's just so hard for me to buy into this season. That's why I keep falling behind, because the only couple I really believe is Tani and Ollie. Everybody else, I'm just like, there's no way these are there's no way. And I'm not even talking about Bronte and Harris, because we know absolutely fake. But I'm just like, there's no way Cameron thinks he's right. And there's no way Melinda and Leighton can just keep butting heads. This is really how people are, for real. Anyways, before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Getting into the actual episode, here we have Alyssa. A woman who honestly, grinds my gears, doesn't even begin to explain, okay? So she is talking to Duncan about how she felt basically blindsided by his emotions and turned his rejection as her rejection. I don't know. It was just a whole thing. So anyways, fast forwarding to homestays. This heifer has rounded up. Sorry, let me not call her a heifer, because out of context, that's not going to make sense. That's the thing Black people say. Let me not say that. This woman has rounded up the troops, okay? And basically placed Duncan in the line of fire regarding the whole "I have a child" conversation.
Nearly all my friends that were at the wedding have kids. I'm around kids all the time. I'm not saying that
that's not your own.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can say that you're okay with it, but then you really don't know.
Yeah.
Probably will be second priority.
Oh, that part's fine, actually.
Fine, really?
Yeah.
I'm available every other weekend and on every Wednesday.
Now, Alyssa, you should have never came onto the show. You should have never applied. The experts should have never let you through, honestly, because you have these insecurities that you constantly project on a man that has yet to prove to you, to our knowledge, has yet to prove to you that he cannot fulfill these desires that you're looking for. Okay? Number one. Number two, did she or did she not basically say she's only available 6 days out of a month because she has a son? And this son, by the way, is 3 years old. I don't want to be that person who's saying single parents cannot date. I think they absolutely can date. I think with the schedule and with the internal battles that Alyssa has, she should not be dating right now. She should not. You're only available 6 days out of the month to nurture a relationship. And out of those 6 days, you're going to be an absolute tyrant in my life? No, go be with your son. Go be with your child. I don't want this in my life. No. So where was this conversation throughout this entire process on availability? When were you going to tell Duncan that your child is going to be how do I say this without offending? When were you going to say that your schedule revolves around your child so much that nurturing a new relationship is virtually impossible? Because she was saying every other weekend and maybe a Wednesday here and there. To me, that sounds like less than 6 days in a month. A new relation, I don't know. I don't know. And even when they met up with one of his friends, just so he can have a different perspective, another woman's perspective, just to see if he was reading into it, she had to leave that early to go and be with the son. And she's like, see, this is what my schedule is like. Okay, girl, well then go focus on that. Go focus. I'm really trying that. I hope I'm not offending people. I just feel like her priorities are not set straight, because if your son is your first priority and trumps all the other priorities that are on the list, I think that take this time to just be with your son. Don't bring nobody else into the situation, especially not Duncan, because I believe Duncan deserves better. As we know, Rupert has been struggling to woo Evelyn, so he plans a paint and sip, and well, the desired outcome out came. Out came. Oh no. Oh no. That's like a double triple entendre.
The fact that he's organised this is so sweet to me. Thanks, darling.
You're gonna swap the... I knew you were gonna do that. Was all it took to get a kiss? I would have done that a hell of a lot earlier.
Has been touched down. Yeah.
I am officially out of the friend zone.
Well, hopefully Rupert now knows that wooing is very important to women. It wasn't the whole, dang, I should have put paint on my mouth before if I was going to get a kiss. No, she appreciated the effort. She appreciated the fact that you are showing interest. You desire her. You want to romance her. We love that. Okay. Even me, who I'm sorry, like I think I want somebody sappy, but then I'm currently experiencing somebody sappy and I'm realizing, this is a lot. I still like it. It's nice to feel wanted. That's all Evelyn was looking for. So apparently Lyndall and Cameron had a discussion before the homestays that him being home is going to make him more comfortable. He's going to ease up and he's going to be the best Cameron that he can be. Problem is, the best Cameron can be is still not good enough for Lyndall because she's noticing the lack of affection is still an issue between them.
For weeks it's been, oh, I'm not affectionate. It's because I'm not home. I'm not affectionate. It's because it's the environment. And now we're here in your environment and you still don't want to.
I've just never been an affectionate person.
But you were.
Yeah, because I felt pressure because I've just met someone for the first time. It's not saying that I don't care. Just because I don't give you a kiss doesn't mean I'm like, oh, I don't like her. Never been in a relationship. I've never done that. I've never had to show affection.
And I've never been to Darwin and I've never kissed a barrow, but I'm doing it because I want to be with you.
If I had seen these two be a little bit more intimate here and there, I would understand the things that the mom was saying and even the way Cameron feels, and that she just wants attention via affection and it might be an insecurity. However, I don't see Cameron really making any kind of moves towards Lyndall ever. Like ever. And it's sad because she's just looking for kind of that acknowledgement that like, hey, we're here together. I see you. I want you. I desire you. Like literally that's all we want as people. We want to know that the person you're interested in is showing shared interest. I think that if the affection thing bothers Lyndall so much, she could lead the charge in that, you know, instead of always waiting for Cameron to be the one to pull her in and to kiss her. Like, you kiss him, you hug him, you show him the affection that you're looking for. You know what I mean? And then if he's still being evasive and cold, then you're like, ooh, okay, well, it's just not going to work between us. But I think that she should have expressed how much it bothered her instead of just assuming that him being home was going to remedy the situation. Yeah, I think also later on he did say that because she was comparing the affection in this part of the process compared to the beginning. And he said that at the beginning he felt pressured. And that naturally he's not this affectionate and he only did it because he felt like he had to. I want to remind you guys that at the beginning of the experiment, they had sex. So you mean to tell me, so you felt pressured to have sex with me? Is that what you're... Damn. Yeah, that Cameron did... Oof, it's a wash with these two. Bronte claims that she is all in this relationship. However, Harrison is struggling to believe it because he thinks that she's just very comfortable at home and she's not going to want to do the move and put in the effort to nurture this relationship full time. Okay, cool, whatever, Harrison, sure. The only person who's actually going to be honest about Harrison and Bronte's situation is Bronte's sister, because she has never and will never buy the BS.
I literally said to you so many times, I was like, I want this to work.
What are you talking about? None of that stuff ever happened.
I feel like you're always trying to play victim. It's always trying to make Bronte look bad.
Like, how am I playing victim?
Because you're saying that it didn't happen.
You're saying it didn't happen and you're making us feel bad for you.
Are you insinuating that she's lying?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I just, like, can't be anymore.
So as we know, both Harrison and Bronte have been exposed for wanting to stay in the process for a platform, notoriety, the check, I don't know, whatever, right? But I feel like this is not the way that you'd want to go about it. If you were going to stay for something, honestly, I would think like a Duncan. I feel like if I was in Duncan's situation, I would have left a long time ago. But because he's coming off as the sweet, compassionate, caring person genuinely, he's going to have a good response on the outside. Bronte, the willing doormat, that's not a good look. Harrison, the strong head gaslighter, that's not a good look. I feel like for the both of y'all, it would be best if you just left the experiment. Every time you've threatened, I'm going to leave, unequivocally writing leave, I'm not going to stay, I'm not going to put up with this, then stop. Then don't put up with it. Then leave. Like, the longer you stay and the longer y'all both look money hungry, fame hungry, like clout chasers, the worse it's going to be on the outside. I don't think all publicity is good publicity. And all that surrounds the two of y'all is bad publicity. The only person who's been real in y'all's situation is the sister. If anything, the sister is going to come out looking amazing at the end of this season. I'll tell you that for free. So I didn't realize Tawny and Ollie, their names are, they're just, it's just so perfect. I didn't realize that they were the youngest couple in the experiment. You wouldn't even know because they have the best thing going. And the homestays, it's just perfect.
Well, you can give me the tour.
There it is. You can see everything in the one space.
She's like refers to little sections as rooms, which I find quite interesting.
I could see myself dabbling around this area.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up surfing,
Okay.
get a spray tan, grow my hair out a little bit.
There's really nothing to talk about when it comes to these two, but I did want to talk about the housing crisis, just worldwide, because the apartment, the studio apartment, the pinch-up one as well, that Tawny is staying in is more than the cost of Ollie's townhouse in his state. Guys, I kid you not. When I lived in Montreal last year, I was paying for a 2-bedroom apartment that was less expensive than a studio apartment here in Ontario. I don't understand this whole housing crisis situation. Why is there such an imbalance within the same country? We live in the same country, and a home can be the same price as a studio apartment. It don't make no damn sense. Anyways, Ollie said it's not about the space, it's about the person, and he really loves the person. Well, he doesn't love her yet, but I feel like we're right about there, you know? He likes her enough that even if they had to make the situation work, he would. Oh, guys, they are so sweet. I hope the best for them. I really hope they make it work because we need a success story coming out of this season. So Rupert meets Evelyn's mom, and he is confronted with the reality of being in a real long-term relationship with Evelyn.
So you think at the future with Evelyn, the relationship will keep going, or you will move to Sydney, or you will give up?
I want to focus on now. Like, I think if I find myself thinking about what we're doing in a month or two, that'll stress me out.
I feel like he just slapped me in the face.
Like, it hasn't even crossed my mind on whether I would move down to Sydney.
Now, Rupert, you were a little too honest in this conversation, just a little bit too honest. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because they just got out of the friend zone, you know. They did also come into the experiment late, so the fact that he's not quite ready to do this whole move for love thing is understandable. However, you were a little bit too black and white about it. To say you've never even thought about it, the thought hasn't crossed your mind, and now you guys have consummated. Oh gosh, Rupert, why would you say that? Why would you say that? You could say, you know, down the line, especially considering like what I've been through with her, I would love to see what we could do and coming closer together, whether it's me coming here, her going there, or us finding a neutral, like talk about future. Don't even say, honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Well, yeah, I don't know where this is going to lead them, but Evelyn was clearly unimpressed. Her mother was clearly unimpressed, and Rupert royally screwed the pooch. So I've been very indifferent regarding Leighton and Melinda. Some days I like them, some days I don't, but every day these two are gonna have a fight for some kind of reason. And today it's about cupboards and dust.
So the first thing that Mel said this morning was, thanks for leaving the cupboard door open. And she's saying that because I think she thinks there's some dust in the cupboard and she's got allergies.
All my clothes in the cupboard will have dust on them. I'm allergic to dust mites. We're missing kayaking right now because you want to sit here and tit for tat that I've been so excited for to see you happy and do.
Mel, I'm not playing tit for tat, Mel. I do constantly feel like I'm being attacked.
If I keep going, I'm going to say some stuff that I don't want to say. So I'm going to just kindly exit this situation and I'm going to go.
So this is why I said in an earlier video that the fight for power is always going to be an issue. If you feel like you want to be the head of a household and your partner also wants to be the head of a household and nobody ever wants to concede, it's going to be this all the time. It's going to be this all the time. It has gotten so petty and so trivial that we are fighting over cupboards and a dust allergy, allegedly. It's just like this is just ridiculous. Like, oh, this is just ridiculous. And then they furthermore complain about she feels like he's not affectionate enough with her and he feels like she's too emotional. It's just a train wreck. These two are an absolute train wreck. I think their revelation at the end of the episode where they were saying you can like somebody so much and it's still not work is just the truth with them. I think they're just too headstrong for each other. And unless they're willing to compromise, they're dead. They're dead in the water. There's really no point trying to make it work because we're fighting over cupboards. Take that. And we are fighting full on, walking away, yelling and screaming over cupboards. Yeah, it's not worth it. Last, we have Lyndall, who has been frustrated throughout this entire homestay, and she decides to point blank ask Cameron, how do you feel about me?
To be honest with you, I don't think I'm good enough for you because you want more out of me which I don't know how to do because that's something I've never had to do.
I feel like he's trying to think about this in terms of what I need and what I want and what I can handle. But, like, that's my choice on what I think I can put up with and what I think that I can work on and whether I'm willing to make those sacrifices or not.
Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like if you have been believing this person is not good enough for you and they express to you that they feel like they're not good enough for you, I think the consensus is that they're not good enough for you. Like, I don't really like the phrase good enough. I think that there's just expectations she has that he will not meet. That doesn't mean he's not good enough. I just think that's like, they're like incompatible, you know? Like, I don't know. The phrase good enough, I don't really like it, but whatever. That's what they used, right? She's been feeling like he can't measure up to the things that she's looking for. She doesn't want to say that because she feels like, who are you to tell me you don't measure up to my standards? But he doesn't. He doesn't. We know this. You've said this in less words, but that's been the sentiment. You know what I mean? And he feels like, listen, this is just the way that I am. If you can't take it, then you got to leave it. Lyndall, I suggest you leave it. I suggest you leave it. And for Cameron, unfortunately for you, you are going to continue to be single if you feel like it's your way or the highway. If you feel like, listen, I'm just set in my ways. I'm not affectionate. That's just how I am. You're going to have to just be okay with that. As people, we want to feel desired. We want to have intimacy. We want to be shown affection from our partner. And unless you find somebody who's just as cold and callous as you are, you're going to continue to be single. I feel like he wants to be in a relationship, but he's not doing anything like internally to allow him to be in a relationship. Not a long one, at least, not a serious one, not a loving one. So yeah, I think Lyndall, count your losses, and Cameron, go do some self-work. That's it. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.